Hi there. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary. Today we're going to do a shorter practice, kind of get in, get it done. This one goes out to Gretel. Let's get started. So come to your mat and we're going to come onto our back and we'll just settle in just for a moment, just to catch your breath and just come into this space. So draw your attention to your breath, noticing your inhales and your exhales. And just set an intention to be present during your practice today. And the way to do that is just to remain focused on your breath. So if you find yourself straying, always know that you can come back to your breath. So we're going to be doing some twisting poses today. So let's start by doing some yogi bicycles. So draw your hands behind your head, lift your feet off the ground, and then just begin by bringing your right elbow to left knee, straightening out your right leg, and then going in the opposite direction. So bring your left elbow to right knee, straighten your left leg, and just continue to do that, but really straighten your leg, your opposite leg. So if your left elbow is to your right knee, really focus on lengthening your left leg. And now we'll start to move with breath. So exhale as you lift up, inhale as you come down, exhaling and inhaling, exhaling, breathe in, and then one last side. Now just draw your knees to your chest and just slowly rock from side to side. So we're gonna just roll to a side and come up to a seated position. And you can cross your legs if it's comfortable. If not, you can have your feet straight in front of you. Bring your arms up as you breathe in. And we're just gonna twist to the right. And sitting up tall, both sitting bones on the ground. Take a breath in, and then we'll just move to the opposite side. And then bring your arms up and bring your hands to your heart. Now let's go on to hands and knees. You could have your fingers spread wide, about shoulder distance apart, your knees about hip width distance apart. And we'll just do a couple of cat-cows. So draw your chin and tailbone up as you breathe in, and then exhale, bring your chin to your chest, tuck in your tailbone. And then just move with your own breath, breathing in and out at your own pace, but just paying attention to your breathing. And one more time. And then come to a neutral spine. Curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Take a breath in and then out, let it go, let your neck relax. If it feels good to you, you could pedal your feet or you could stay still, whatever feels good. So just kind of loosening up the back side of your body, letting your neck relax. If you have been pedaling your feet, come to stillness, draw your tailbone up to the sky, but draw your heels towards the earth. So feel the length along the back of your legs. Now look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. So have a really straight back, the crown of your head forward. Exhale, hinge and fold, bending your knees a lot. Let your neck relax. And then just we'll stay here for a couple breaths. You could hold on to opposite elbows. Feel the length in your spine. Almost like there's a waterfall could cascade down your back. Now, press your feet into the earth to rise up. Bring your arms out and up. Bring your hands to your heart and then down to your sides. So press your feet into the earth as you bring your arms out and up. Hinge and fold, tense your fingers, step your right foot back into low lunge. Plant your right hand, bring your left hand up to the sky. Now plant your left hand, step your left foot back to downward dog. Breathe in, come to plank. Press your heels towards the back of the room and then lower all the way to your belly, resting your forehead on the mat. When you breathe in, lift your chest up, press your feet into the earth, draw your shoulders back and down. Exhale, let your forehead rest on the mat. Now press up into all fours and then curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and fold, and as you rise up, bend your knees to sink into a chair pose. So pressing your feet into the earth, pressing your tailbone back, but lifting your chest up. Now bring your hands to your heart. Bring your right elbow to left knee. Come into a twist here. Notice where your breath is. When you're ready to take a breath in, stand up, reach your arms up tall, bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Take a deep breath in, arms out and up. Bring your hands to your heart, tense your fingers, step your left foot back into a low lunge. Plant your left hand on the mat, lift your right hand up to the sky. Now bring your right hand down, step your right foot back into plank. Draw your navel into your spine. Now, lower your knees to the ground and then lower all the way to your belly. Rest your forehead on the mat. Press up into baby cobra, or you could press a little bit further into cobra. Lower down as you exhale. Now press up into all fours and then curl your toes on your way to downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and forward fold. Now bend your knees as you rise up into chair pose, sinking down. Now bring your hands to your heart and then bring your left elbow to right knee. So come into this kind of a twisted pose. Focusing on your breath. When you're ready to take a breath in, press up, untwist, and stand up tall. Bring your arms up, and then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Take a full deep breath in, hinge and forward fold, tense your fingers, step your right foot back. We're going into a high lunge this time. So when you're ready, press into your left foot to rise up. You could bring your hands to your heart to start out. Once you arrive, have your feet in 2 tracks. Bring your arms up. Stand on the ball of your back foot so your back leg will be nice and straight and strong. Now bring your hands to your heart and we're going to bring our right elbow to left knee and come into a twist and a high lunge. And then come straight, bring your arms up. And now this time, bring your right arm forward and your left hand back as you twist to the left. Feeling the strength in both your legs. Maybe feeling a little bit of trembling in your left leg. Come back to your breath. Now sweep both your arms up and then bring both arms down, framing your left foot. Step back into plank, lower all the way to your belly. Rest your forehead on the mat. You could press up into baby cobra, or maybe upward dog, lifting your thighs and knees off the ground. Lower all the way down to your belly. Now press up first into all fours and then curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Take a breath here and then let the air go through your mouth. Let your neck relax. Once again, focusing on drawing your tailbone up to the sky and then drawing your heels towards the earth, feeling that length in the back of your legs. Now look to your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and forward fold. Press into the ground to rise up. And we're going to right away swan dive down. Tense your fingers, step your left foot back. We're going into high lunge on this side. Press into your right foot to rise up. Maybe your hands on your heart to start out. Stand on the back of your left foot. On the ball of your back foot. Now bring your left elbow to right knee. Come into a twisting position. Really pressing both of your hands together to give you a little bit of support. Oops, I tottered a little bit there. That's okay. Breathing as you hold the pose. And we'll stay here for just one more breath. Now untwist to stand up. Once again into a high lunge. Now bring your left hand forward and your right hand back. So kind of an open arm twist. Feeling the strength of your right leg. Now sweep both arms up. And then frame your right foot. Step your right foot back into plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your arms to your sides. You could have your palms up or down. Now lift your chest and legs up. Bring your arms up as well into locust pose. And we'll stay here just for a couple of breaths. And lower down. Now press first into all fours, and then we're going to sink into child's pose. And we'll just settle in, taking a couple breaths here. Now press up into all fours, and then up into downward dog. Now we're gonna walk our hands to the right, and then step your feet wide. So you'll come into a wide-legged position. So your toes could be pointed slightly inward. Take a deep breath in. Bring your arms into a cactus shape and then just open your chest up as you breathe in. Now we're going to slowly fold. Bring your hands down in front of you. And as you're settling in, let your neck relax. And we'll stay here for a couple breaths. Now, bring your right hand right underneath your face and then lift your left hand up to the sky. And we'll stay here for a breath. Now bring your left hand down and bring your right hand up to the sky. And we'll stay here for a breath. Now bring both hands down. Let your neck relax. And just sink in. So you could come to stillness here. Or if it feels okay, you could move over to your right side so your right knee will bend. So coming into a side lunge. And then you could walk your hands over to the opposite side, this time bending your left leg so your right leg will be straight. And then you can just move to your own time. So really feeling the openness in your inner thigh. And let's just go back and forth one more time. And then you can bring your hands to center and rise up. Maybe place your hands on your lower back. Rise up, bring your arms up. Once again into cactus arms. And then bring your hands to your heart. And then you can just sneak your feet in, maybe heel-toeing them together. So now stand up tall. Really get your balance on both feet. So maybe start by drawing your shoulders up to your ears and then draw your shoulder blades back. So setting your posture, feeling the length along your spine. So grounding into the earth, but feeling a lifting from the crown of your head. So now get your balance on your left leg and then bring your right knee up. So you could now open up your knee. So you can stay here, or you could hold on to your toes and straighten your right leg. Maybe it feels good to open your arm up so your left arm is giving you some balance. So you have a nice balance. Now let go of your toe with that hand. Now place your left hand on your right knee. And we're going into a little standing twist. So bring your right arm behind you and then your left arm in front. So you could just keep your knee straight. You could hold on to your right toes with your left hands. So in this kind of a twisting position. And I am totally cheating because I'm holding on to this wall here. But I'm going to let go. Yay, I did it. Okay, so we'll let go of that. Let your foot down. Take a full deep breath in. I can feel my left leg really working on that one. Bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. So let's right away move to the other side. So this time getting your balance on your right foot, bringing your left knee up. So here is a perfectly good place to balance. Now you can open up your hip. So drawing your left knee back. Maybe you could stay here, or you could hold on to your toes with your left hand. Maybe stretching your right arm out to get a little bit more balance. And we'll stay here for a breath. And then we can bring that arm down. So now bring your right hand to your left knee. Draw your left hand back. So doing that twist, so you could open both your hands up. Maybe holding on to the toes of your left foot with your right hand. And then you can let go. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Now let's come to the top of your mat. We'll take a full deep breath in. Exhale, hinge and fold, tense your fingers, plant your hands, step both feet back into plank. Once again, drawing your heels back. Now lower all the way to your belly. Rest your forehead on the mat. Now lift your chest up as you breathe in. And then exhale, bring your head down. As you breathe in, press up a little bit further into Cobra, stretching your lower back, but drawing your shoulders down and back. So you'll feel sensation in your upper and lower back. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Now as you inhale, press up once again into Cobra or into Upward Dog, lifting your knees and thighs off the earth, lowering down. Press up into all fours and sink into Child's Pose. We'll just take one more breath here, just settling in. Now press up into all fours and come to a seated position. Bring your feet out into a V position. Bring your arms up high. Now we're going to fold over our left leg, but at an angle. So bring your left arm out. Your right arm will be tented over and fold over. So you'll be feeling a sensation of a stretch all along your right side as you're folding over. You could look at the crook in your right arm. And we'll stay a breath or two here. Now draw your arms up and we'll go over to the other side. So coming onto your right side, your left arm will be up in the air. So feeling the sensation of the stretch along your right leg and feeling a full body stretch along your left side body. And just take a couple of breaths here. And then come up to a seated position. Bring both legs together. Bring your arms up. And then fold over your straight front legs. Let your neck relax. Feeling the sensation of the stretch all along the back side of your body. Perhaps all the way from your neck down your back, down the back side of your legs, all the way to your toes. Coming back to your breath if you find that you're wandering. Notice if you're holding tension in the upper part of your body, see if you can let that go. Now slowly rise up to a seated position, and then we're going to come onto our backs. So bring your arms up and see how slowly you can go to lower onto your back. So really tucking in your core muscles to allow yourself to slowly lower. And then once you arrive, bring your knees up. Bring your arms out to your sides like airplane wings. And we're going to start by bringing our knees very slowly to the right. And just finding a spot that feels good. So you can stop in the middle, or maybe your knees go all the way to the ground. So feeling the twist all along your spine, particularly in your lower back. You might have to adjust your knees, so maybe bringing your knees closer to your chest or further away. You could gaze up at the sky or maybe gaze to the left. So we'll take a breath here. Feel your breath slowing. Feel your body easing in, coming into a more relaxed state. We've done the hard work. Now it's time to slow down. So as you're ready to take a breath in, bring your knees up, and then we're just going to go over to the opposite side. So letting your knees go to where it feels comfortable, maybe resting all the way to the ground and finding ways to adjust so that you find a place of comfort as you feel the muscles of your back and your spine feeling twisted. Maybe gazing out to the right. And taking a couple of deeper breaths, slowing down your breath. Having that feeling of just letting go. And when you're ready to take a breath in, bring your knees up. And place your hands on your knees and just roll from side to side. Maybe you could hold on to your shins, really pulling your knees into your chest, just giving your spine a nice little massage. And then when you're ready, take a full body stretch. Arms one direction, your legs the opposite. And then come into your final resting position. Could be Shavasana, your legs spread a little bit wide, your arms out to your side. And if it's possible, don't skip this part of class. See if you can just stay. We'll just have a really short meditation in Shavasana today. So just feel yourself settling into your mat, feeling your back, just melting in, letting the muscles of your arms and your legs completely relax. Notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders, neck, or in your face. Release your jaw and your tongue. And as you're resting here, settle into your breath. And just allow yourself just to be for a couple minutes. You've done all the work. Now you can just take care of yourself. Feel your breath start to deepen. Maybe you'll feel some wiggles in your fingers and your toes as you take a few more deep breaths, coming back into the space. And when you're ready, roll onto your side. If you're on your right side, you could use your arm as a little pillow, maybe drawing your knees to your chest. And take a moment here in gratitude. Thank yourself for taking the time for self-care. Taking time to move and stretch, but also to take a little bit of time to slow down. When you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment just to feel your heart beating. Give thanks to your heart for beating all the time, day in and day out. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste. Be sure to sign up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mary P. Hall, Yogabits-Everyday. And if you hit the little bell every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Thank you.